Alright guys, now remember we're talking about snails and slugs today. This guy is a snail. Snails and slugs are very similar, except for slugs don't have this protective shell. Snails' shells come in a broad variety of sizes and shapes and colors. This one's a pretty circular one, but they even come in stripes. This guy is called a land snail because there are sea snails and sea slugs, but that's not what we're studying today. Now, although these are not insects, they don't have appendages like insects do. They just have one big muscular body. They do, however, have these things called stalks that are kind of like antennae, and they're just one big extension of this muscular body. Their muscular body pulls them along, trying to find food, and they produce this thing called mucus, which is kind of like the mucus that you produce that we call snot, and this actually protects them from friction or from getting little hurts on their muscular body as they pull themselves along. It reduces friction. So you can see there's actually a snail trail right here. Now that's all mucus. So since these are not insects, they actually are mollusks. And mollusks, the other mollusks you might know are clams and mussels. Now, they actually originate in the sea, although these have adapted to live on land. They need moisture. So we had to wait for it to rain for us to see these. We finally got rain this morning. Yay! Now, snails have a really fun defense mechanism. What's a defense mechanism again? A defense mechanism is something that an animal uses to protect itself from a predator. So, if we were to touch him, he's going to pop himself into his shell like a turtle. So, do you guys want to see that? Let's see if that works. Let's touch his little stalks. His little stalks are right here, remember? And let's see if he pops himself in. Let's see. Oh, look. Oh, hi. Oh, he did. He popped himself in there. How cute is that? Like a little turtle. Hey, buddy. Hey. And they're safe to touch. They're just a little slimy, and that's okay. All right. Now, what's fun about these guys is actually they're nocturnal. What does nocturnal mean? Nocturnal means that they actually prefer to be out at night instead of the day. Normally they hide during the day, but I brought these guys out. And they actually have a little mouth. He's probably tasting me right now. Look, he's tasting my finger. Now their mouth is kind of in there with the rest of their muscular body. Look, he's climbing up me. How funny is that? You can keep these guys as pets if you want. Now they'll eat plant matter, and sometimes they'll eat each other, so you have to be really careful about that. But I had one named Gary, like SpongeBob's Gary, and we kept him in the classroom, and he's super cute. Oh, look at this guy. All right, guys. Now, we have several different types of snails in the U.S. A lot of them actually are invasive species. Now, what does invasive mean again? It means something that comes from another place and outcompetes a native species. Now, outcompetes means that they will take food away or they'll take habitat away. His little mouth is moving on me. From a native species. And sometimes a native species might die out, which is really sad. So there's quite a few of those here. Do you see his little mouth? Look, he's like sucking on my finger. So funny. All right, we're gonna call him Gary too. It tickles. All right, so next time it rains, why don't you guys go outside and see if you can find some slugs or snails to play with. Be really gentle because you know they're living creatures too. All right, well, we'll see you next time on Belton's Backyard Buckies.